Christian fundamentalist radio host Bryan Fischer has some thoughts on who should and shouldn't be allowed to hold positions of power.
No man is qualified to sit as a judge in America who does not understand and believe that there is a creator and that the creator is the source of every single one of our fundamental unalienable rights, and that the first of these rights given to us by God is the right to life. Remember, that's exactly what the founder said, that these inalienable rights come to us from the creator, among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So the very first fundamental civil human right that God has given to us is the right to life. Now, I would argue there is no one is qualified to sit on any bench in the judiciary at any level, whether municipal or county or local or state or federal. No man is qualified to sit on the bench who does not believe in a creator, does not believe that the creator is the source of all of our rights, and does not believe that the very first of these rights, these legal rights, these constitutional rights, is the right to life.
Well, that's just lovely. So he's saying that atheists should be banned from being judges. Stay classy. And anybody who believes in the pro-choice position should be banned from being judges. Okay, let's just call it what it is here. This is bigotry. And first and foremost, it's anti-atheist bigotry. You know, that's something, again, I rarely hear anybody else talk about it, but anti-atheist bigotry is incredibly pervasive. You know, there are countries that put you to death for being an atheist. There are even modern nations, like in the United States, there are 7 states that have on their law books that atheists cannot run for public office. So not too far from Bryan Fischer's position here. Now, technically, that's unconstitutional and it's illegal. So the federal law overrides state law. So you can run. Okay, but it says something that the language is still there and nobody's falling over themselves to get rid of it. I mean, if it's still said on the law books, blacks can't hold office here. Them damn Jews can't hold office here. Women can't. I feel like people would be falling over themselves to say, oh, get that off the books. That reflects on us poorly. But when it's atheist, it's like, what are you going to do? You should do something and you should fucking care. I mean, again, this guy came out here and said atheists shouldn't be judges. Shouldn't this be actually covered in mainstream press? I mean, imagine he said, you know, blacks shouldn't be judges. They shouldn't be allowed to be judges. African Americans shouldn't be judges. They shouldn't be judges. I think that might make news. I think it might make news. But again, when it's atheists, well, you know, if you don't believe in the creator, you know. And also, look at the smug, you know, implication there. He thinks, well, obviously you can't be moral if you're an atheist. All right, hold on. When you actually go to the opinion polls, the beliefs of atheists are actually more in line with the beliefs of Jesus than Christians' beliefs are in line with the beliefs of Jesus. Think about that. So in other words, atheists are much more likely to be liberal and to be open-minded and to say, okay, we should help the poor. Okay, we shouldn't do as much war. Okay, we should have sympathy for our fellow human being, our fellow neighbor. Now, when you go to Christians, it's a mixed bag. There are many good liberal Christians, but then there's also the fundamentalist right-wing pricks like Bryan Fischer. So, you know, he's making this argument of like, you obviously can't have a moral core if you don't believe in God. What the fuck does that mean? No, if anything, so what's my view on it? As somebody who doesn't believe, I feel like, well, we should try to make this earth and our time here as lovely and pleasant and close to utopia as possible while we're here. So the last thing I would ever want to do is physically hurt anybody or do anything wrong like that. So that leads me to be more moral, not less moral. Now, on the flip side, when you look at fundamentalist religious people, they believe the opposite. You know, holy war, if you're not part of our tribe, I will kill you for my God. Because I think fucking Jigglypuff in space is whispering into my ear and telling me how to act. Who's the one without a moral compass again? Please. And then the idea of, you know, if you believe in abortion, you shouldn't be allowed to be a judge. Well, Bryan, go ahead. Go have at it, man. Go ahead. Make a list of all of your opinions and say nobody can hold any position of power if they don't have my opinions. And then please tell me that you're not a bigot so I can fucking laugh all day long. The last thing I'll say is, ironically, he talks about how you shouldn't be able to sit on the court if you don't believe in a right to life. Dude, you believe in the death penalty. By your own logic, you shouldn't be on the court. Well, I mean right to life, but not that kind of life. Yeah. What? No, I believe in right to life, but if you do something I don't like, well, then we can kill you. Well, that's not a right to life. That's a fucking privilege to life that I can take away whenever the fuck I want to take it away for whatever reason I want to take it away. So you don't believe in that. You know, this is a guy, Bryan, what are your thoughts on the war in Iraq? For it. Okay, and what else are you? I'm right to life. I believe in right to life. Not sure that adds up, pal. Not sure that adds up.